guys, welcome back to NAF12 Cyber 4. Okay, so today we are returning back to our modification Contra 009. This time is the update. So in this video you guys will see that first off, the construction dozer. Okay, so this is the original type of dozer that is from the original game too. Okay, so the construction dozer here, sorry for the cost, it is 560. The construction dozer cost actually. The special thing you will see here that the construction dozer is not only available at the command center, it is also available at the war factory, which is very useful here. It is very effective indeed. So you do not need to worry when you're losing your command center, and of course you had your war factory up. And then you just need to press the dozer button and the dozer comes out, rebuild the command center, and then you go. You go on and rebuild your victory. Okay, so next is the cold fusion reactor. Of course, in the latest update of Contra 009, that is a beta 2, you can actually build this ion generator. This is a replacement for the cold fusion reactor. It is actually looking very cool, but it's one thing that you need to remember. Let us put it to the test. Now here is the cold fusion reactor. This is the original one that comes from the vanilla USA. While what you are actually using right now is the ion generator. So the difference here is, let us talk first, it's the cost. The cost of the cold fusion reactor is 800 bucks. Provides power for US base, of course, and then the power supplied is 8. Okay, so the ion power generator cost you only around 500 bucks, which is around cuts $300 from the original one. Okay, so provides power too, but the only problem you had here is the power supplied. It only supplied you 3 powers. Wait, what? 500 bucks for 3 amount of power? Wait, that doesn't look like so sufficient. Wait a moment, guys. If a single cold fusion reactor power is 8 and that equals to 800 bucks, while the ion power generator power is only 3 and you have to pay 500 bucks for it. A single cold fusion reactor that is already upgraded with control rods, which costs only 400 for amount of 4 extra power supplied. So 1 reactor plus 1 control rods equals $800 plus $400, while the ion power generator costs $500 for 3 power supplied only. And there were no upgrades for the generator, so you will need to build 3 generators, which costs you $1,500 for only amount of 9 power supplied. Wait, that is not fair, wasn't it? So the conclusions were made that cold fusion reactors won on power source. But wait, what makes the ion power generator really special here? That the ion power generator is one of the special. Okay, so it is very clear that the time it needs to construct is incredibly fast. This is what makes it really special, eh? Take a look. See how fast that goes, right? Eventually it beats it, even though the cold fusion reactors were made first, but the ion generators go first. So now you can build 3 ion generators almost at once. Well, it's actually 9 seconds, you know. But it is very effective enough, in case you got yourself in a power shortage. And of course, it still cost you $1,500 for it. Anyway, it's still very effective, you know. Rather than cold fusion reactors that gives you 12 amount of power for $1,200 in more than 15 seconds. Well, that also includes control rods. And you don't have any spread bonus for unique shots such as Centurion tanks that gets bonus attack when they get close to ion power generators. Alright, let's talk about rangers. This is the female ranger here. Okay, so it is a light infantry and the basic infantry of the super weapon general. Alright. So wait a minute. The cost. Take a look at the cost. There is something different here. Here are the male rangers. You see the cost is only cost you 230 bucks. It's I think I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how they fare. Okay, so from here you can see the difference between male rangers and female rangers. Check it out, guys. It is very different, of course. Strength test. Alright, let's see how they fare in battle.
Unit lost.
Hold on, what? Died? Both of them? So both strength has the same power. Yeah. So how speed, eh?
Loud and clear.
Right. So as you guys see here, the speed looks like the same. Now in slow motion, you guys can see that their speed is the same. So what really makes them so special anyway? Until they cost you so expensive? Well, it actually cost you 70 more. Alright, I wanna talk about this badass. It's called the Colonel Burton. The super weapon general only had its mostly a special one is that they can fire an ion cannon. Not the Colonel, guys. It's calling the ion cannon. I don't know, it's the Philadelphia. Move on to the next one. Here we got the heavy construction dozer. It has the same ability as an original dozer do, but it has a better armor and faster speed, of course. Okay, so here is the update. It's called the Centurion. Okay, so it's not really a tank, but you know, it moves on water, and of course it can move cliffs too. This is very good, you know. See? They move on water, and they move on the cliff, which this really makes it really effective though. All terrain. No, the armor's not really good. As you guys see here that the Centurion gets a bonus when it got close to the ion power generator. As what I said in the last time, I already said it. Okay, so let's check it out.
Unit lost.
Now, as you see, guys, clearly it is very powerful against vehicles. Well, let's see if there's no power supporter here. Okay, here goes. So
Unit
it takes
lost.
4 shots to destroy the dozer, while the powered one it only takes you 3. So it has an increase of strength, which is very good. Moving on to the super airfield. It's not really super, but it contains some super units too. Alright, here it is, the Aurora Beta Bomber. Wait, isn't really the one that you guys really waited? I don't know. As we all know from the Contra 009 or any Contra, it gives the Aurora Bomber a super boost when it... Well, that's really disappointing though. Here we got a Comanche, and there is a Thor. Not the Thor that we know in movies, guys. Alright, let's begin. It's different, but here is the Comanche. Fires 4 missiles and its guns. And here is Thor. Wow, not really good after all. Okay, so here comes one of the super units in the super weapon general, guys. Alright, so I believe it is called the Antares. Since it is called the Antares, since it provides a great massive shield. As you see here, it has a big spear in the middle. Hey, the vehicle is the middle, not the Humvees there. See? So whenever you got yourself attacked in the middle of an attack, and then you are released, just activate the shield right away. So you will be able to cut the enemy attack and get your forces on the move. While the shield is active, no enemy forces can fire through the shield, while your forces can't. Say shield? Yes, your forces can fire through the shield, which is very effective, of course. This makes you an effective opportunity to get rid of the nearby forces. And the shield actives for around 1 minute, I think. We'll move on to the Tomahawk Storm. Alright, so this is the #1 super weapon. Of course, it is really useful in the early times when you begin as a super weapon general. As you see here, the cost is 2,500, launches a volley of Tomahawk missiles at any target area on the map. It requires you only 1 power. And of course, it's not really requires a higher rank. Well, after you build the airfield, you can already build it. It's not requires you a higher rank, since that is exactly what happens in Contra. Okay, so let us move on. And here we go. So the Tomahawk Storm is not really as good as you think, but it also costs you the same as Arms Dealer.
Cannon
The Tomahawk Storm is only strong against ground units, guys. Of course, It means that you really do not do a great damage against buildings.
Unit lost.
Well, that's not really as we are accepting, of course. The damage done to the building is not much. Eventually, it did not even destroy, but critically damaging. Although it's actually pretty good enough. Moving on to a Emp Patriot System. Okay, we move into the defenses, guys. Alright, so here is the Patriot missile firing 4 missiles. Well, although it doesn't really is firing EMP for the moment unless you fully upgrade it. You can also install some drones on it, so you can get yourself a defensive position. So you do not need Dozer to completely repairing it back. You got drones there. Okay, so here we got Grendel. So he said that it fights off ECM, so let's give it a try. Okay, so here I got a normal tank, which is take it 2 rounds to take it out. And then we got ourselves the Leisheng, the heavy ACM tank, of course. See, it took quite a long time to destroy it though. And finally it's also while the ECM tanks, it only require you 1 round shot. And of course, oh dear, run! And you already lost your tank if you face a Grendel there. And here we go, the Iron Defense Tower. So, the Iron Defense Tower is an early artillery type defense system, which damages only medium damage, not really instant damage, but it costs you medium. Not really bad though. The deal damage is not really much, but as you see, it is very effective, though no enemy units can escape from it.
Unit lost.
Alright, so move on to the Cyclone. Sorry, can't show this thing. It's just really hard to tell. Sorry, cannot show it. So, move on to SSM sight. Alright, it costs you 2,200 bucks. It is the heavy, long-range artillery defense. It only unlocked once you build the strategy center, which means that you need to reach the 3rd rank, of course, and then it can be garrisoned by 4 infantry. All garrison soldiers are automatically healed inside the SSM site. The only thing that causes it much more trouble is it requires 4 power to run. It can also be set up into an EMP long-range missile. The EMP. Get back to the Superweapons module. Alright, so now we got the particle cannon. Of course, obviously this is the original one that comes from the Command and Conquer General Zero Horde, from which it is much more unstable now, as you can see. It only requires you 4 amount of power, same as SSM sight. It only takes you on around 4 minutes to recharge to full power. But of course, it's very powerful against units, of course. Infantry and vehicles are no match for the particle cannon. But not to buildings though. If you send it moving into another building, it is not really effective unless you left it in one position only, which is going to be very deadly.
Unit lost.
Into the Cbm Silo. Cbm Silo, or the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, is one of the most powerful super weapon in Contra 009, which is sometimes it can instantly destroys a heavy structure, and of course it also destroys anything in the air. That is, it requires 8 amount of power, and it costs you around 4,500 bucks. From here you guys can install the MOAB upgrade, mother of all bombs. In the Contra 009, it's actually called the Massive Ordnance Orbital Bomber, I think. I do not know much. I believe it's some sort can be thought like that. Another thing, whenever it launches into the sky, the missile that launches is incredibly slow. Whenever it hits the target, everything in its blast radius will be obliterated. Okay, so here is the symbol of the super weapon, General Super Weapon. If you can understand what I said. It's called the Blackout Missile System, or the BMS. Okay, so from here you can install the EMP rockets. The rocket system causes most all of the rockets. Whenever you are building the Blackout missile system, I recommend you guys build 2 of them, so you guys can have 6 missiles launched into the air at once.
Particle cannon activated.
As you guys see, the buildings got hit by the lightning, and eventually infantry get
Unit lost.
struck, and then it's, well, of course, they turn themselves into rubble. Of course, the lightning causes medium damage while disabling target for 30 seconds until 60 seconds, which makes your troops able to raid or devastate them. Right, so we move on to the final part of this review. Now, it is called, I think, we should move on to the Saturn. Alright, so this is the super unit, guys. The super unit of the super weapon general. It's a type of defensive unit rather than offensive. It has a very powerful armor, of course, but it moves really slow, guys. This makes it really ineffective when you go on offensive. Well, actually, who wants to take this shit whenever into the battlefield? And then you guys get it moving to destroy the enemy super weapon while it moves very slowly, and the super weapon outruns it and already blasted it into pieces. It also helps Dozer construct buildings. So, that's the review update for the super weapon general. Though not all of the stuff is added, but mostly updates are included in this video. The review of factions of Contra 009 Beta 2 will be more to come, so stay tuned for NAV 12 Cyber Force more videos, and of course, don't forget to subscribe me if you guys like my content of the video. So, thanks for watching NAV 12 Cyber Force. If you guys wanted to see more review, comment down below and let me know what kind some factions you guys wanna see on a review. NAV 12 Cyber Force out.